Paul Martin, your picture looks kind of cheesy up there. It looks kind of blurry. We'll have to work on that. Mine does too a little bit, but we'll have to work on the audio definition of that. Don't you like doing these live shows here?
Yeah.
The Chatters Box. We're talking all day about what we're going to talk about because people just want to hear us talk about anything. Actually, let me rephrase that. People want to hear you talk about anything.
They do. That's just the thing. When I get to talking, I don't even need no practice. I don't have to think about what I'm going to talk about. I just wing it.
Unchoreographed.
That's right.
Just go with it.
We are live right now, right?
I'm assuming we're live.
Well, let's make sure we're live.
Well, I guarantee we're live.
We need to know if we are or not.
Well, how we gonna check? We ain't got nobody listening. Right.
It says we're live now.
Well, I guess we might be. I don't know if they can hear us or not, but
if we ain't got nobody listening, they ain't nobody can hear us. This is kind of talking to ourselves, and that's goofy. We need to put this on here where we got somebody listening, where we not doing what I normally do. That's talking to myself.
Well, what if we copy the link here and we just take it to Facebook?
That would probably work. And you need to put down there what it is so they know.
And we're gonna go ahead and
you need to put something there to tell them what this is.
Well, won't you calm down a minute? Let me edit this. See? And all I gotta do is hit that button. Alright, and I'm gonna tag you in it, see? That's all I gotta do. And I'm gonna click on you. Right.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's all we gotta do. Now we can talk about anything we want to talk about, Paul. And
well, let me know when we're started over and we're ready to go.
Well, we ain't starting over.
So we're still in the middle of talking about what we was already talking about.
We weren't talking about anything, were we?
No.
Just how conveniently you just don't have to practice to do one of these shows, do you?
No, I don't even have to practice.
It's just all Paul Martin talking.
Right.
Well, what have you done all week? I know I ain't seen you all week. You've been laying in bed.
Well, last night I actually had to run. So I was on the toilet for hours straight.
Well, that ain't good.
My mom gave me some kind of cough syrup, and it had a negative I had a negative reaction to it. And
was you coughing?
No, she gave it to me to help me sleep, and unfortunately, I was only down for the count for 3 hours, and then I got up, and it had a negative effect on me, and I started pooping my runs out, and let's just say I wasn't seeing nothing but the toilet for an hour.
Well, that's kind of inconvenient, ain't it?
Yeah, and the rest of the week, play a little poker, which I tend to do from time to time, and watched the Braves the other night get beat by the Washington Nationals. Old Strasburg beat them 5-4.
Yeah.
Next day, the Braves got beat 14-4, so the Braves are kind of took a hit on the poll, and the Blues, they tied the series last night, a game apiece, 1-1 with the Boston Bruins. And I think tonight, I hadn't seen the score on it, but it was game 1 of Toronto versus Golden State. And maybe my cohort here can give us a score on that, and I can give you a.
We're gonna pull it up.
It looks like with 7 minutes and 31 seconds to go, we have the Raptors up 100-88, but we know in the NBA though anything can happen in 7 minutes and a half. Well, Golden State could be winning. So
they don't play no defense in the NBA. That's why I really don't watch it. They just try to see how many points they can score.
They do.
Back when Rodman played, he used to play a little defense. He liked to get them rebounds and would try to play a little defense, but that's about all I remember.
Yeah.
Defense, I just quit watching it, Paul.
Right.
I don't know what defense is. Defense wins championships, ain't that right?
It does. In other news, today our Gorgeville Tiger weight room got some action. Scash and Washer and some of the boys, they went into the weight room and did some squats and some whatnot, and we're getting stronger.
Had a lot of weight on there, wasn't it?
We're getting there was a lot of weight.
At least 100 pounds.
Yeah, there was a lot of weight on it, and they're getting stronger. Team's getting stronger, and they're getting some use out of that good weight room.
Well, how much would he have to squat to carry you on your back? About 320?
Probably 320 to 350, but I think the boy could...
20 to 350.
Yeah, but I think the boy could pick me up on his back and take me for a little piggyback ride.
He probably could.
Anyhow, the word on the street is the Owls over next door have got some athletic kids that can dunk the ball. So Tiger Blue, you better be getting in shape, and you better be getting athletic, and you better be doing all you can do right now to prepare for these guys, because I'm going to tell you right now, they mean business.
Right. They didn't take last year lightly, did they? They're already in the weight room.
And here's a stat for you, boys. The last time that the Gorgeville Tigers beat the Owls in back-to-back years was like 95 and 96. So you got some work to do.
Right. I got to be a part of those teams. That's pretty fun times.
If you want to go back to back on them, you're gonna have to prepare now, because, like I said, they're not no joke.
Yeah. We was just talking about instant replay. TWSAA was considering instant replay, which I'm assuming if they did implement something like that, they'd have to have somebody there with different camera angles. I mean, I don't know how that would work. Surely they wouldn't put the expense on the schools to install some cameras, or maybe they could just use. Which
I think at times it might help you, but I don't think there's really enough bad calls, enough of them close calls like that even fool would even go in to get it.
Would the expense of it be worth it?
I don't think so.
I don't either.
I think they need to do away with the decision.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. You got most of the time. I know when we go to film games at the high school, we film all our games, and most other schools do too, to have the game footage.
Yeah.
And most of the time, that footage is available almost immediately. You know, on iPads and stuff like that. You know, would the ref be able to use something like that to go back and actually look?
Well, I mean, he could, but why waste your time?
Well, I mean, there's been times our cameramans fell asleep while we're running downfield. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, so
if it was one of those plays, and then you couldn't determine what, I mean, it would just.
Well, what if our guys thought that it was going to be a judgment call, and he just decided to turn the camera the other way and didn't want to get it
right?
on tape?
I mean, what would if it's going to cost you? What would benefit you to film the games then?
Right. So all you doing when you do that is just telling the cameraman, hey, we're not filming no more games because we're not giving them no evidence that could cost us a court of law.
Right. I mean, it's like prosecuting yourself, ain't it?
Yeah. That's about like being the defense and prosecuting yourself. I mean, you don't want to do that.
6:41 to go, and Golden State's up to 92, 100 to 92, down by 8.
Yep. They're making a little run.
They've cut it from 12 to 8. It's not bad.
No.
But we was talking about instant replay on baseball. You know, you said they finally got that in the major leagues.
They do.
And you know, one thing I always said, it was a little bit more important in baseball than football. I say important. I say it could affect the outcome of a game more in baseball. Because for one, and the point I was trying to make, I got cut off by you. Said just save it for the show.
All right. So now
what I was going to say is, you got an umpire that's standing 3 feet away, right? In most cases, he's fairly close, within 10, 15 feet.
Yeah.
Right? And he's got to look at the bag on the ground, and the ball may be coming 4 or 5 foot high. So he's got a wide span. He's got to really watch. And really, a lot of those umpires are taught to listen for the ball to hit the glove, and they're watching the foot on the bag. So when they hear the pop of the glove, right, and that's kind of how they determine a lot of that. But Toronto's hit a 3 now. But still in the fight. Golden State's still in the fight. But yeah, that was my point I was getting at, is it's hard to view both of those at the same time. We're on a football field. A penalty is usually pretty obvious. You usually have a wide view, and each ref has a certain number of things he's looking for and watching. You know, you got line judges and multiple refs. As opposed to baseball, you'll have multiple umps, but the other umps, 90, 100 feet away?
Yeah.
In most cases, so
So the
instant replay would be
could help you out in a judgment call that you might have missed.
Well, there's been some calls in baseball that have just been really close. You know, I wouldn't. They don't implement it on strikes and balls, right?
No,
because that's one thing that's, that's really a judgment call on the umpire. Some umpires have a smaller strike zone as opposed to some of the others.
Right. I want to touch on a little something I've seen on Facebook, and it's along the lines of baseball.
I'm gonna play with this lighter if you don't care.
For all you kids out there that don't know the man, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that I read on Facebook that Coach Harold's having his baseball camp, and he's actually coached like three. I think I read 3 major league baseball players in his past, and I think if y'all want to go learn the game of baseball and have fun at the same time, Coach Harold baseball camp, be there.
Right. When is it? You know when it is?
I don't know when it is, but
let's see if we can find this out. We'll keep my eye on
it's on Mallory Mason's page.
Everybody go to her page right now and click right.
I'm pretty sure it's on her page, and you can find some stuff about the baseball camp. So I think I remember seeing it on there. So let's go look and see if we can find use some news on that baseball camp.
Well, she's got chicken right there.
All right, here it is.
There we
Coach
go.
Harold's baseball camp. It says it's June the 3rd through the 7th. It's Crump Paris Park. Don't miss out on this fun opportunity. If you've never met Coach Harold, you are
missing out.
It says camp starts at 8 p.m. Monday through Friday. The pickup is 12 o'clock noon Monday through Friday. Friday will be the scrimmage games, and items needed. You need a glove, you need some cleats, you need a hat, a bat, a towel, some swim trunks, and a change of clothes. And it costs you $100 for the week.
It's not bad.
Make your checks out to Randy Harold, and the registration is May the 27th and 8th at Crump Paris Park from 6 to 8. So I think you done missed registration. If you ain't already in, you ain't going to be.
Well, they may take some late sign
Unless they take some late ones. But
I'll sign you up for $120. You make your check out to Rusty Burton and Paul Martin, and we'll sign you up for $120 and get you in this camp. Will that work?
Yeah, if he still accepts that as
and then we'll go pay him $100 and keep $20. Will that work?
If he allows it.
It don't matter. I mean, we're gonna go over and sign him up. We'll talk him into it.
Well,
I know Galen pretty good.
Right. But anyway, this camp right here for y'all kids, if you're interested in learning the game of baseball, Coach Randy Harold, he's a good guy, and I think you'll have a good time. And says
Paul, have you ever seen anybody play in swimming trunks?
Well, maybe they're gonna go swimming afterwards.
Where are they gonna go over at the ballpark?
Maybe they're gonna bring like a.
Maybe expecting rain.
Well, maybe they're gonna put the tarp out and swim across it.
They might. I mean, that'd be a good idea. Slip and slide or something.
I mean, he got swim trunks, so they must have something in mind. Or maybe they just gonna go out there in the river out back and just go for a little swim.
They might. They could go to.
I mean, it's like a Cumberland River, like right behind them, so they could swim that if they wanted to.
Well, if they went to up on top of that hill where we parked, and they cut all them trees down, they get Daniel Welch over there, cut all them trees down for them, and then bush hog it a little bit, and put a slip and slide up there.
Then I guess they would have something for their swimming trunks. Then just slide down the slip and slide.
Yeah, and then that they got hot playing ball, they'd go slip and slide.
Yeah. I mean, really, all you have to have to make a pool is just basically.
Well, Paul, let me ask you this:
put you a hose pipe and just spray something down and go for a.
Have you got a glove?
I do not.
Well, I got one you can borrow. Have you got any cleats?
I do not.
I ain't got none of them either, but maybe we can make some. Maybe we come up with some, size 13?
Are you trying to suggest that we go to this camp ourselves and
just
check this stuff out?
I was thinking about putting you in it.
Well, what am I going to do at 35-year-old and 350 pounds? I can't go to camp. What am I supposed to say? There was one day that I went to band camp and I seen Coach Harold and he scared me half to death. Man, that man scared me. He said, Paul Martin, what are you doing over here at this camp? And then I said, well, man, I come learn the game of baseball. Don't you think you're too old? I'd be like, too old? There must not be an age limit. You're still over here.
Yeah.
So if you're still here, then there must not be no age limit on this thing.
Probably not. Can you name the 3 that has been in the MLB under him?
No, but I read about it somewhere.
Well,
Maybe up there in the reading up there on the other side over here. Let's see.
See.
So it says right here, Drew Sutton of the Boston Red Sox, Chad Harville of the Oakland A's, and Ray King of the St. Louis Cardinals. There have been SEC All-Americans come from this camp too, such as Steve Daniels of Tennessee, Adam Yates of Ole Miss, and Josh Bell of Auburn. Well, Coach Harrell will be the lead instructor, along with Chad Goff, former college All-American and professional leaguer. Several other instructors will be helping out to guarantee an exceptional learning atmosphere. Camps will include snacks, water sliding, so there we go,
water sliding.
And a fun experience. Camp will be limited in numbers, so sign up fast. So there we go. Well, now we know what the shorts are for. They're going water sliding.
Well, we'll still take their $120, even though they're going to limit them. But we'll take it.
We will if they want to donate. Maybe we'll give it to Coach Harrell and have a good deed anyway.
Yeah.
Or maybe we'll just sign up for some more.
Let's get back this Golden State game. It's 2
minutes and 35 seconds now, and Toronto's up 110-100.
That's only 3 3-pointers and a foul shot away.
Yeah, and in this game, I mean,
man, if they had the Harlem Globetrotters 4-point play, it'd be amazing. You ever seen their 4-point play?
No.
They got a 4-point play at the Globetrotters game.
Nice. But anyway, that's the baseball count, and we've already talked about the public review, and we on football and baseball. So, I guess the people want to know what Rusty Burton's been up to this week. What's Rusty Burton been up to?
I work. I get up and I go to work. I usually go eat me some breakfast, and then I go to work.
Well, a day in the life of Paul Martin. I'll tell you. I go to sleep. I wake up. I sleep in my chair. I sleep some more, and then I wake up and be lazy and and sit around and play poker and don't answer my phone half the time. And just be lazy some more. And
I called you to go to work, you know.
He called me to go to work, and I was too lazy to even answer the phone.
I called you twice this week.
And both times to go to work, and I was too lazy both times to even answer the phone. So.
Oh, you know why I got you over here right now?
So that's what kind of fella I am.
You're going to start pulling your own weight, Paul. We're just going to have a heart-to-heart right here live on air.
If y'all think Paul Martin ought to pull his own weight, give me a hell yeah.
Well, I heard a bunch right there. But yeah,
But yeah, I'm pretty lazy, and I've heard other names like the Sea Sucker and.
Well, Lee Rollins needs your Social Security number, Paul.
I'm not gonna give it to him because I'm not telling that on the air.
Well, he needs to claim you on his taxes since he's going to have to pay for you. He said.
Well, why is he going to have to pay for?
Well, I mean that's what happens. Taxpayers have to pull that weight.
Well, he ain't pulling my weight.
Yeah, somebody's going to have to pay for it. One day you're going to need assistance, and somebody's got to pay for it.
Well, I'll be all right. I'll make it work.
Right. When you're, 60, 70 and retired and can't do nothing. You claim you can't do nothing now, and I know that's a lie. It's just straight up lie.
What makes you think that?
Because I know it's a straight up lie.
Have you been diagnosed with that? Have you diagnosed this to be true?
I've diagnosed you to be just lazy is what I've diagnosed you.
Well, how have you made that diagnosis? You've not been to the doctor.
Because you just lazy.
You ain't seen this first four
I don't have to have a doctor to tell me you're lazy, Paul.
Well, what you need is a doctor to tell you that Paul Martin's got poop trouble. Won't you go to the doctor?
Won't you go? What you want, like a
Paul Martin's got poop trouble.
Colonoscopy or something?
That's what they said. I need a colonoscopy, and I don't want no colonoscopy test or whatever. You know that word. I don't want none of that because that's where they shove with them big ass tubes up your asshole.
What?
And they wiggle it, and I wouldn't never know. I wouldn't never know if he was putting a tube or his wiener up my butt. If he knocks me out, I mean, how am I gonna know the guy ain't fag?
He might be. What if it's a woman?
Well, how is a woman gonna shove a tube up your butt?
The same way a man does.
That's the reason they knock you out. Maybe the doctor's fag, and I don't want to be in there when the fag doctor's shoving something up my rooties and saying, I think you've been all right, and after he's done wore me out.
My favorite doctor is a woman. That's who I see is a woman doctor.
Yeah, can't say I blame you.
Well, it ain't just, you know what I'm saying? It's just there's not many. We have a lot more women doctors out here now than there are men, just about.
Yeah,
nurse practitioners and stuff like
But
that.
anyway,
When's the last time you been to a doctor, Paul?
2006.
What'd you go for?
Well, I didn't choose to go on my own. The truth of the matter is, I tried to cover it up and hide and didn't want to go to the doctor. And I was at Dana at the time, and they freaked out over some little shitty ass rash on my arm, and I tried to hide it and cover it up. And they said, "Oh my God, you got a rash on your arm."
You broke out, allergic to work.
And I allergic to work. That's the first time I heard that.
You allergic to work?
I think it's a good point though. I think I am pretty allergic to work because I get sick every time I get out there and work.
Well, I'll say this for you, Paul. There's times when you've come over and you've actually worked pretty hard. But for the most part, about 98% of the time,
see there, and Brandon,
it's just pure laziness.
Now I'm going to be pure honest. Brandon Curry, he can be hard to get along with sometimes, but as far as my work ethic, he would agree with Mr. Burton right here.
Well,
at times I will actually work as just hard as anybody, but there's times that I just don't feel like doing nothing.
Well,
that's when I have to get yelled at.
If you get that time to maybe like a 98% good to 2% not being lazy, that'd be a lot better than the 98% laziness now, as opposed to 2% hard work.
So you
need to balance that a little bit more.
So the key is when to get that 2% out of me.
Right.
And if you can get that 2% out of me more than the 98% the other way,
trust me, I try, but it don't work all the time.
It really don't. Because,
I mean, you've come over here, you've seen what I do. You don't have to kill you. There's times I've been sweating my butt off in here. Right.
Yeah, and you told the people, you said you didn't tell the people, you told me, you said you come up with a 20-minute workout, and you said you do it every day.
Right, it's pretty fun. My
it,
legs are sore.
Is it some kind of yoga stuff, or is it something else?
No, it's pretty good stuff. It's just like normal stuff you used to do when you was a kid. Jumping jacks,
Did you do your workout today?
I did. My legs are sore as can be right now. I probably wouldn't be able to get out of this chair.
Well, that's me all the time.
No, I'm getting up, but I'm saying.
I'm so beat up all the time and whoop that I have trouble just walking from point A to point B half the time. Yeah. But
well, we got the clock rolling. It's 1:15 to 1:06. The Warriors ain't gonna get it done.
56 seconds to go, and they're down by 9. So
Warriors ain't gonna get it done.
Kind of loopy. But
who won the big hockey game? There was a big hockey game.
Was there another one tonight?
No, I think it was last night. Was that the champion?
No, that it was just on game 2, and it's 1-1.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They wasn't playing tonight, though.
Well, they're tied up 1-1 between the Blues and the Bruins.
Okay. But last night, the Bruins won. No, the Blues
won.
No,
last night, the Blues won to tie it up. Right. 3-2 in overtime.
Right, there you go. So, when they play again here, Game 3 will be Saturday, 7 o'clock. Is that right?
So Saturday at 7 o'clock, yeah.
That's 6-1. That's definitely Saturday.
Right.
And then Game 4 will be Monday.
All right, so that's for you hockey fans out there.
Right, we got a couple of them. I got into hockey when the Predators started doing real good. I got into it.
To tell you the truth,
and then I just, it's just...
I'm gonna go ahead and make y'all my prediction right now. I'm not really a big hockey guru or anything.
Go ahead.
But I'm still gonna go ahead and make the prediction right here, so y'all got it on tape. When this is all said and done, and they get done playing their best 4 out of 7 series, Paul Martin said it right here: the St. Louis Blues are coming out on top.
The Bruins will have the Blues, won't they?
They'll have the Blues. That's right.
I don't know, Paul. I had to go against you on that.
Okay, so
the Bruins just
Reno likes the Bruins, and I like the Blues.
I like the Bruins because they have a history of winning championships.
Well, the Blues, they're due.
I thought the Predators were due too, and it didn't work out.
Well, it's 1-1. We'll find out.
The Bruins
next in basically a race to 3.
The Bruins have a history of winning some championships. That's why I'm going with them. I mean, they've been there before. You know what I'm saying? They just
true, but I mean that don't mean it's.
I like those experience.
Don't mean it's guaranteed though.
Well, you're right. Ain't nothing to guarantee. Well, you want to make a $5 bet on this? Maybe a milk. It's better milkshake from Sonic.
No, Reno, no.
Come on now.
We don't have one. I can't have another one for a while.
Well, I did.
I'll get sick.
You couldn't thank me on air for buying you a milkshake.
I'd like to thank you for buying me that vanilla milkshake. It sure was good.
And the 2 corn dogs.
And the 2 corn dogs.
Right.
They were really good. I mean, what would I ever do without Reno Bun over here? I mean, even though I'm lazy 98% of the time and a hard worker the other 2% of the time. Well, we got a final here anyway. Toronto wins at 118 to 109. So now we turn this off here. That's 1-0 Toronto in the series.
Seen how many points they could score. No defense.
So, and we just told you the Blues and the Bruins are tied up a game apiece.
I don't know why they don't just play half court.
But that, I mean, we could tell you some baseball stats, but y'all probably don't even care about baseball, so why bother?
Well, one thing interesting about baseball scene was did you see the guy from the Cubs?
I heard it. I heard one of the Cubs players hit one of the fans in the head, and one of my fans was actually wanting an update on that. If the guy that got hit is actually doing okay, if he's
well, I really don't know.
If there's any news,
we pulled it up on Google. There's CNN, CBS. I don't trust neither one of them. So ABC, I don't trust them. Where's Fox News at here? But no, I did hear the little girl was fine on news. I watched it earlier. Well, they thought she was going to be all right.
They think she's going to be all right. So we'll just.
But the player was
distraught.
He was tore up. But and I guess that'd be hard. You know that I guess it was Channel 5 I was watching earlier, and they said that where the Sounds play, they've extended the netting so that it's almost impossible to get hit with a foul ball if you're sitting anywhere from behind each dugout.
And they probably did that for something like this.
Right, that's probably a good thing. Those line drive foul balls, man, they can be dangerous.
Yeah.
And you've seen it numerous times. There's been bats fly into the crowd, you know.
Yeah.
And just, that's one thing you hate to see about the sport because, I mean, you want to be able to say, look, I was just so many feet away from a Major League Baseball player and could reach out and touch them. Them baseball players go over and sign autographs and hand.
That's the part of the game.
Balls.
That's the part of the game you like as a fan, getting to catch a ball and get a souvenir ball and actually meet the players, get an autograph, whatnot. But really though, the part you hate to see is when a foul ball hits a spectator and they don't have a glove and they just get hurt.
Right. Everybody wants to catch a foul ball, just not in the face.
Right.
What if that 4-year-old would have had a glove? You reckon she'd have caught it?
I doubt it.
I couldn't catch it.
But it might have at least kept her face more out of the way.
I couldn't catch real good at 4, but
me neither. But I mean.
Yeah, that player was pretty tough. I remember who it was. I just seen it.
Tough.
Albert Almora.
Almora.
You thinking NASCAR?
Well, he's Almora. Albert Almora.
Albert Almora. Well, who won the big race other than that? I watched most of it.
That was won by Martin Truex Jr.
I watched part of it, and then I went fishing. I come back, and it was still on. That's a long race, isn't it?
Yeah, it was about 5 hours long or so.
Yeah, I had time to go try to catch some fish in the meantime.
And he said he got one bite and didn't catch nothing.
Didn't catch nothing.
Fish wasn't really.
I don't even know what kind of fish it was. Probably a little bitty one. Be my luck.
Let's see.
I have noticed one thing since last time I've seen you. You've shaved.
I halfway did.
You halfway shaved?
Yeah, well, I'm not a professional at it. I just try to cut
I can
the
tell
weeds
I
down.
see a bunch of spots.
I just try to cut the weeds down, do a little weeding.
Yeah, you missed a weed or two, I can just tell you.
Yeah, I missed a weed or two, but
you'll get better at it the more you do it.
How
long have you been shaving now? About 3 weeks?
Just a little bit here and there, but I mean, it's no big deal as long as you get the weeds cut out.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I guess another subject to talk about, I probably shouldn't talk about it, but there's a lot of things I shouldn't
Paul's
talk
women.
about. I got a streak, kids.
You don't need to be telling kids about this streak.
Why? This is what kids need to
No. They don't.
They need to live their life by this term.
Paul has a streak of all week he hadn't even been to work. That's his streak, folks. Kids need to learn. If you need to learn anything,
if you need to learn how to be lazy, you'll learn it from me.
Learn it from Paul Martin. Learn from the best because he's got every excuse in the book. It's just always he's got an excuse.
And Reno over here has heard so many excuses. He don't know what excuse he's gonna get next.
Well,
actually he does.
We're gonna
predictable, but
we're gonna go back. And we're going to go back several. Let me close that down. Let's go back. We got to go on back.
What is this?
Well, I was trying to go to a video. I can't get to it, but hang on a minute. We was talking about where he's at your front door. Dadgummit. I can't find it. Let me pull it up on my phone here.
Anyhow, should I tell
I'll get to it on my phone.
Should I tell y'all about this streak?
No, you shouldn't.
No, I shouldn't, because that'll just embarrass me in front of all these people.
Right. Well, here was Paul Martin. This will be Paul's next excuse.
What's he talking about?
What are you doing? Excuse me? Are you really drinking a beer before work? You damn right I'm having a beer. What, have you been to that fucking job? No. Have you dealt with them fucking idiots all day?
Is that what you
No.
say?
Let me do me. Thank you.
Is that what you say? That's what we.
No, most of the time my excuse...
Brandon Cherry told me that's what you do every morning for work. You drink and get drunk, so you don't have to deal with us. Your bosses.
He told you this.
Right.
Well, there ain't no truth to it.
Ain't no truth to it.
Most of the time I'm sick, y'all. Yeah, most of the time I'm sick and I just don't feel like working. Maybe you could say I'm sick of working.
Yeah.
Even though I've only done about 4 years of it in my life, I'm sick of it. Going on strike, strike.
Have you seen this video of Paul Martin? If Paul Martin were to dance to rap, this is what it would look like. Like that. You see them people?
I'm going on work strike though. I mean,
Strike? You've been on strike all week.
I've been on work strike.
Yeah.
I've been on work strike just about my whole life, ain't I?
I know it. Where all of you actually work, Paul? Let the people know.
Well, I worked a lot of jobs, but most of them just 1 or 2 day jobs.
1 or 2 day jobs. All right, go
yeah.
ahead.
I mean, I worked over where Michael worked for about 3 days.
Where
Over
is
at
that?
Mueller Brass over at Carthage.
Mueller Brass.
Worked over there for about 3 days, and then come over to Cherokee and worked 2 days.
Well, you don't have a long history of working.
Bonnell, was actually one of my longer ones. I lasted about 4 weeks.
I thought you was going to say about 4 days.
Lasted about 4 weeks there, and Dana was actually career high from my factories. I lasted 4 years there. And,
well, that's pretty good. That's respectable.
So I had a respectable deal there, and then went and mowed yards. My dad, from the time I was 18 to probably about 28. So I did about 10 years there. But you all know that I mowed yards because you all said, was that Paul Martin I seen down there mowing yards? It sure was.
It sure was.
I was mostly a weed eater, man.
You didn't get to ride the mower, did you?
Because I tell y'all what I did when I rode the mower. Dad let me ride the mower a couple times, and I always put a big crescent moon in the yard. And Daddy said, "Your days of riding the mower is over because I can't have you making a big moon in the yard." I made a big crescent moon and made a mess of it because I'm partially blind and I can't go straight. I'm crooked as an arrow.
Yeah. So you can't mow straight. I was going to see if you'd mow my yard, but now I don't want you to.
I can't mow straight. The only thing I'm good at, or halfway good at, is weed eating, and I have to have it strung up, and I'll already just do that. But anyhow, I'm a master of much, but a master of none.
Right. That's you're pretty good at a lot of things and great at nothing. That's me.
That's absolutely right. I can talk a good game about
Paul,
many things, but
I'm gonna tell you a story about
the doing part. I'm not very good at anything.
I'm gonna tell you a story one time. This is a true story now. All right. Old drunk guy was laying on the side of the creek bank, right, drinking his whiskey, just enjoying the shade. Mm-hmm. Old guy on a horse come along. He said, "Man," he says, "this water right here over the creek," he says, "that's shallow enough for me to get my horse through." He said, "My horse can't swim." He looked up. He said, "Oh yeah, he'll be fine." So the guy takes off across the creek, gets about halfway out in the middle of that, and then water's over his horse's head. And horse goes under and never comes back up, drowns. So that guy swims back to the shore. He says, "Man," he said, "you have lied to me." He said, "I've lost my $2,500 horse, $1,000 saddle, my bridle, everything I own's in them saddlebags. He said, I've lost everything because you lied to me." That guy looked up. He said, "Man, I just watched a duck walk across that and his legs ain't that long." Said he walked all the way across. You don't like my jokes, do you? And you got any good jokes?
Nah. You know,
Let's just find some. We
trying
can
to find
Google. We can Google you funny 1,000 clean jokes here. I bet you can't even make them sound funny. So they ain't even no fun. They ain't even no good jokes on here. We was talking about doctor. Here's some doctor jokes.
You know how lazy Paul Martin is?
It's lazy. He won't read the internet.
Paul Martin is so lazy that during his love-making experience with his only girlfriend, the whole time he laid on his back and let her do all the work.
Paul. That's lazy now.
And then she said, "You're inexperienced, and I've never seen a woman again." So I guess that's broad as it is long. That's the moral of that story, kids. Don't be so lazy that you lay on your back.
Hey, Paul Martin. I tell you one time, Paul Martin. Last time I went to the doctor. The doctor said, "Paul, I'm gonna need you to pee in this cup." Is that what they made you do? When anytime you get hurt, you got to pee in a cup, right? Or got something wrong with you?
Well, yeah, you got to go in the bathroom and pee in the cup.
Right. And Paul was nervous. He said, "I thought they was gonna make me drink it." I tell you a good story to the doctor one time. I went to the doctor up here in town. Right. And I just started going. This was my first time. I got high blood pressure, so I had to go somewhere.
Right.
And I was going to get my medicine. Now, of course, they want to do all kind of tests on you to find out, just everything about you. And most doctors nowadays, they drug test their patients just because they can. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I got in there and got my medicine for high blood pressure, and the doctor told me, this stuff right here will make you pee. Right? So take it in the morning. Don't take it at night. You'll be up all night.
Yeah.
Because it had some kind of fluid, like it got fluid off of you. Right. So I go in I leave the doctor, and I walk next door to the drugstore. It's right next door to it. And go in there to Amy's, I get my medicine. On the way out the door, I took one of them pills.
You weren't supposed to.
I was in the morning. I went in the morning, see. Yeah. So I went ahead and took my blood pressure pill they gave me.
Because you thought it was okay.
I got in my truck, right?
Yeah.
I didn't even get out of the parking lot. My phone was ringing. I thought, oh, Lord, I done took the wrong thing. So I didn't even look at the bottle. I just opened it up and took it. But that wasn't what it was about. The doctor had called me and said, "Mr. Burton, I was meant to ask you before you left if you would..." She said, "We need you to pee in the cup." I said, "Well, okay." I said, "I ain't left yet." So I turned the truck around, went and pulled in the parking spot. I go in, man, I had to pee all morning. I was just holding it in the doctor's office. And I said, "Man," I said, "I'm glad I'm here." I said, "I'm glad y'all called and asked for this. And it's just convenient. I took that pill and I'm about to pee all over myself." And that nurse looked at me like I was crazy. I'd never met this woman in my life. She looked at me like I was crazy. There's no way that pill worked that fast. I just took it at the drugstore. So anyway, I go in there and I had to pee so bad. I thought, man, they give you a little old Dixie cup. Well, I didn't know how much they needed or whatever.
So you probably did like I did, just floated the damn thing over the top.
No, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I filled up about 5 or 6 of them. Right? I thought I'd be funny. I took it out there and set it on the desk. And she looks at me real funny. She said, "We didn't need but one." I was like, "Well, I had to go. So I just saved it all." But after that nurse that was going to diagnose me with being crazy. She was trying to get the doctor to tell me I was crazy. I ain't crazy.
That ain't what happened, though?
No, it's just... But we're actually pretty good friends now. She laughs at my jokes sometimes.
So you told her, you said, if you need another drug test, you want me to go ahead and fill up all 5 cups
Well,
again?
one funny thing is she asked me, she told me, I said, "Is this a drug test?" Or she said, "We need you to take a drug test." You know what I'm saying? And I said, "Well, good. What kind of drugs we testing?"
And she died laughing.
I've tested all kinds.
She died laughing.
Right. Well, she looked at me like I was crazy again. She was this one that it didn't really take her long to figure it out. That I was just a little bit sarcastic, just full of jokes. But yeah, we actually pretty good friends now. And then the doctor's office closed and I gotta go somewhere else. But I always like filling out the paperwork at the doctor's office. You ever had to fill out any paperwork in the doctor's office?
I ain't even been in the doctor's office,
Well,
so I ain't filling out nothing.
They always ask you the same thing. What do you do?
Well, yeah.
I sit at home on the couch. And
Mr.
Eat
Burton over here.
Doritos.
Mr. Burton over here.
I tell them I eat all this unhealthy stuff before I go in there, just so they know up front. I mean, I'm pretty sure they can look at me and tell this guy's not the picture of health.
Well, I mean,
I'm there for a reason, ma'am.
I mean, if they ask me, what do you do? I mean, what my reply is probably going to be, I sit on the couch.
Play poker.
I sit on the couch.
Pull on my ding-a-ling every now and then.
I sit on the couch, drink a Dr. Pepper, play poker, eat Doritos, get fat and ugly and
just lazy, 98%
just lazy,
lazy.
and I don't ever work. What's your job? Occupation? Got none. I already put down there master of none, and
retired.
Or maybe I already put I'm a masturbator. I don't know. Maybe I'm a fisherman.
You might be. You ever been fishing?
No, but I evidently.
We need to go fishing one day and just do a live. We considered this a couple years ago. We was looking for a gig.
Yeah.
And Paul Martin Outdoors would be great.
Yeah.
I mean, just we could let you teach gun safety. You know anything about guns?
No, but
that's perfect. See, we could get you to do a gun safety course, how not to shoot yourself,
like Ernest
or
P.
shoot
Worrell
somebody else. Right,
like Ernest P. Worrell. This is what you don't do when you're out here hunting.
Well, see, the difference in you and Ernest is Ernest actually knew what he was doing. He was just playing a gig. You just don't know.
Yeah, but that's what.
And it would be funny. Brutal honesty, right? I mean, it's just
funny. I mean, I make it funny because I literally don't know, and then you can say, kids, don't do like this idiot because he doesn't know what he's doing, and you're supposed to know better.
All that "don't try this at home" crap.
Yeah, don't do like Paul Martin did when they used to say on WWE Network, "Don't try this at home," and drop the big bonsai on your sister and about break her neck 4-year-old.
You didn't do that, did you?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you do that for?
Because I wanted to pull a Yokozuna and see if the move was actually effective.
So you poor April.
Yeah, I about broke her neck when she was an infant.
Lord, son, what's wrong with you?
At 8-year-old, all I know was Yokozuna was this big bad
I remember
big
Yoko.
Bad sumo wrestler, and he used to jump off the top rope, which my top rope was the couch, and he used to drop his butt down on somebody's neck and go banzai.
And you tried to kill your baby sister.
Yeah, and then Daddy about whooped my ass. But,
I'd say so.
He said, "What you doing? What you doing?" I said, "I'm dropping the banzai."
Well, I like Rakishi. You remember him?
Yeah, he used to slap his butt and then give him the stink face.
That's why I liked him. It's funny, man. It's just funny.
Speaking of stink face, I done pooped my underwear 4 times last 2 months.
What?
So I ain't done a stink face. I've done stink underwear.
Oh, I'll be honest with you. You kind of caught me off guard with that one.
Well, I mean, people need to know
I mean, we've all
things.
been there. We've all been there.
If you're brutally honest to any of y'all, if you've never pooped your underwear, you're telling a lie because you have.
Well, most people have the dignity. They try to keep their dignity, so they just don't bring it up.
Well, I don't have any dignity.
They don't tell everybody.
Have anything to lose. I don't
just no dignity.
I just talk it.
Right.
Speaking of, you ever seen a fat boy in a pool? Because I think you and I need to go take her shirt off and just go for a ride, go swimming in the pool.
I don't know anybody's got a swimming pool.
They do over at Carthage. The pool just got open.
I ain't paying to swim.
$5.
We can go up to lake.
$5. I can't. Well, yeah, I guess I could swim up there. It ain't that far out.
No.
And there's pretty girls out there.
No, not where I go.
Okay, then maybe with some whales.
No, they ain't none of them either. I usually go, way back off in a cove somewhere.
So there ain't no girls out there?
Right.
Then we need to go to the Carthage pool and play the $5.
They're all 15.
They're older than that. They're some in their 20s.
Word.
At the Carthage pool.
You couldn't handle a 20-year-old.
Bull crap. You want to see my fat belly.
If you think working's hard, you'd have a dang heart attack, son.
Not just to wade through the pool a few hours.
What you going to do if one of them's drowning in the deep end? You can't swim.
I'll go get them.
Right, and you'll drag them to the bottom with you.
I'll go get them.
I bet you would.
I'll be a hero. Hell, all they got to do is just climb on my fat ass belly, and that's going to save them right out.
You'll be the laughing stock of Carthage swimming pool if we go over there.
So? Do you think I care? I mean, people laugh at me now. So what do I have to lose?
Well,
what do I have to lose?
I mean, if you don't shit your pants on your way over, I might go with you.
Well,
this
is not an everyday occurrence. I mean, it's only happened 4 times in 2 months.
God.
4 days out of 60. That's not too bad. That's about 1 in 15 odds. That means you don't want to go on the 15th day.
There's a 1 in 15 chance you're going to shit your pants every time I come pick you up.
Yeah, 1 out of 15, but that ain't bad.
That's pretty bad. That's a chance I'm not willing to take.
Well, you have been taking it.
That's almost, what?
That's like nearly 7%. I mean,
Golly.
that means 93 times out of 100, I'm good.
There's a 7% chance you're going to shit your pants if you go out with Paul Martin. That he's going to shit on himself if you're going to date
But
with Paul
I have
Martin.
had some good news. All 4 times have been at the house. Thank God. But I've lost 4 pair of underwear too, which is horrible.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna have to go buy some more underwear. So if y'all see me somewhere out to Walmart in the underwear section, it ain't searching for women's panties. It's buying underwear. Because, then you know if you see me there, I've had a few more accidents.
Man, we got to cut this
Speaking
off.
of, I just let a fart.
Oh my God! We're gonna end this show on that note. We'll catch you.